up next, a lovely young lady. You can regularly find her at Stand Up Scottsdale, being devilishly funny, and now she's here for you. Give it up for Jennifer Capote.
Hi, Funky Pants. How's everyone doing? Well, good. Thank you, one person. Is there a pulse up there? Is there people alive? I don't know. Good. You guys, I love my mom. I think she's so beautiful. She had 5 kids. She would have had 10, but she ate half of them. That was mean. I was such a little shit growing up. Wasn't a good kid. I ruined the curtains, drank from the toilet bowl, peed on the carpet. I was like a dog. That's what I was. I still am. Like a week ago, I went to a strip club. I went to the Dream Palace. I don't know if anyone exactly. Don't think me. Think that Dad had never loved me. But I went in there with $10 in ones. Okay, not enough to make it rain, but just enough to be polite to the ladies. I went in there, and first off, those ladies used me to get more tips from men. Do you know that tactic? Have you seen it? I was sitting at the edge of the stage, like where you were, and a stripper came up and she was crawling, all fours, and she's crawling towards me, and she did a handstand in between my legs. I don't know what she did, a handstand in between my legs, and she shook her Death Valley in my face. You know what I'm saying? You look her pussy ass crack in my face, and I was like, what the? It smelt a little yeasty. Like she's got some bread baking up in there, and I'm like, what the? All right, bitch, here's $1. All right, bitch, here's $1. How low has my life gotten? I don't know. My life has gotten so low. I wouldn't even say that to a homeless person, let alone a stripper. I used to be Mormon. I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't curse, I didn't masturbate, I didn't fart. Now I do all those tenfold every day. If you're not doing that every day, you're not living life. That's what I'm gonna say to that. I used to care about people. Now I don't. Normal people bore me. I was at some place, somewhere, and some guy was talking at my face. Just talking. And I was sitting there listening, smiling and nodding, just listening, talking, and all the while I could feel my spinal fluids boiling and the back of my neck muscles tensing, and I was like, oh, boring! No one cares! You're boring! No one cares about fluid dynamics, Mikhail. Yeah, that's his name. Mikhail. He has an interesting name for the lack of personality. Your name is Michael, you're in America. That's why I'm not a good person. I was sitting outside a coffee shop and I saw my ex drive by. You can't miss him, he's got a big Jewish nose. And I saw him drive by and I couldn't help but resist to walk out in front of his moving vehicle so my body would collide to the hood of his car and I would roll off and get knocked out semi-unconsciously with blood running down my nose and fluids in my lungs. I'm grasping for air and he's gonna run out and be like, Jen, stay with me. I'm like, why didn't you say that when I was still alive? And he was like, all right, bitch, here's $1. Nice try. The things we do for money. You know what I don't get? I've noticed, this is what I've noticed, that technology has become an extension of our own lives. You know what I'm saying? My phone, I forget that there's people connected to my phone and those people have feelings. Call me so I know that there's another soul on the other end of the line. Texting, I'm not good with texting. I'll wake up in the morning, get a text that says, good morning, Jen. I'm like, good morning, phone. And that's it. I don't commit to the whole text. I just leave it. And then the guy was like, hey Jen, I texted you. Why didn't you text back? And I said, sometimes I'm chemically imbalanced. And he was like, in his mind, he was like, bullshit, because he just stood there waiting for a better excuse. And I was like, please take the lie, because I don't want to tell the truth. And he kept standing there. I'm like, all right, I don't care about you. That's the answer to that. And he was like, text me when you're chemically balanced, because I can't deal with this shit. But yeah, I'm not actually. I said I loved my mom, but sometimes she pisses me off. Does that happen to anyone? It's okay to use hate. I hate my mom sometimes. I do. Last Saturday, I had to spend time with her because I didn't have any gas money on me. And she was like, Jen, why don't you bring a package of water with you? Like a bottle package of water. I'm like, why? Because the water, I live in Mesa. The water in Mesa tastes like the holy waters of Ganga, India. You know, where they bathe in their grandmother's ashes. That's what it tastes like to me. So I'm like, no, Mom, I'm used to the Ganga water. I don't need. She's like, you're gonna get a worm in your stomach, Jen. I'm like, good. Maybe that worm will eat whatever I'm eating, and I'll finally be the size anorexic I've always wanted to be, and then I'll die. She snaps back, good. Then your coffin will be small. We won't have to pay as much. So go ahead. Thank you, guys. My name is Jen.
Jennifer Capote, everybody.